I want to finish up this layout by perfecting this gear up for adventure, and I may need to draw a few more regions or shapes to be divided into divs when it's coded. So if I come over to this gear up for adventure text and hit T for my type tool and double click on gear up, it selects the word, but I'm going to do a select all once I'm in this frame or text area. What I'd like to do is globally make this text bigger or smaller. On the Mac, in Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign, you can hit Command-Shift-Period, and your text will get bigger 2 points at a time. So let's make this a nice even number. If this were 88 and this were 68, as an example, and I do a select all, Command-Shift-Period, or on Windows, Control-Shift-Period, should go up 2 points at a time for each one of these fonts. Command-Shift-Period for greater than, they're the same key. Control-Shift, comma, or Command-Shift, comma, for less than. These are shortcuts that I absolutely love to increase or decrease your type size, and the default unit of measure is 2 points at a time. If I hit Command-Option-Shift-Period, it should go up or down 10 at a time. Or on Windows, Control-Alt-Shift-Period, go up 10 at a time, Control-Alt-Shift, comma, down 10 at a time. On the Mac, Command-Option-Shift-Period, up 10 at a time, Command-Option-Shift, comma, down 10 at a time. And believe it or not, those shortcuts work in Microsoft Office. So if you're doing Word, Excel, or PowerPoint, Command-Shift-Period on the Mac or Control-Shift-Period on Windows makes your type bigger. Command-Shift, comma on the Mac or Control-Shift, comma on Windows makes your type smaller. So if you're not a power user, you can skip this video, but here are some of my other favorite type shortcuts. Option on the Mac and your up arrow is leading. On Windows, that's Alt, up arrow to tighten the leading or line spacing. Alt, down arrow makes it looser. So I'm liking the space between 4 and adventure, but not between gear up and 4. So I will double click on the word 4 and hit Alt, up arrow on Windows or Option, up arrow on the Mac. If I wanted to space out this gear up text, Alt right arrow is tracking, or on the Mac, Option right arrow is tracking. And if you wanted to adjust the space between 2 characters, for example, in between the F and O in 4, this is known as kerning, Alt left arrow or Option left arrow to tighten, Alt left arrow or Option left arrow. And I'll finish this off by double-clicking on Adventure and hitting Command-Shift-Period or Control-Shift-Period to make it as wide as gear up. When I do that, I may need to use Alt or Option to space it out some more. There are a few other shortcuts that are really handy. If I do a Select All, Command-A or Control-A, Command-Shift-L left aligns, Command-Shift-R right aligns, and Command-Shift-C centers. For Windows, that's Control-Shift-L for left align, Control-Shift-R for right align, Control-Shift-C for center. And I decided to add this last shape note into this video because I had it happen to me. If I want to do a shape here in the huge backpack sale, when I was last working on the rounded rectangle tool, I had left it on a fixed size. So if I click and drag, you may see locked in as a width and height. If that ever happens to you on a custom shape tool, I'll undo that. In fact, maybe I was just on the rectangle tool. Yep, there we go. The fixed size that was 200 by 40 was held onto for this shape. So I'm going to delete that shape and make sure when I'm finished with the rectangle tool that I do not have it on a fixed size, that I go back to unconstrained. And I could turn off from center. And I'm going to finish not in the recording, but just show you here when I create the background for this huge backpack sale. This is in the featured sale area, and there's a Shop Now button. The backpacks are all in their own layer group, so I'm going to click on backpacks, then draw my rounded rectangle shape. That way, it goes underneath Shop Now, Huge Backpack Sale, and in Properties, I can specify my fill color and my stroke color. There we have it. And set the stroke position and everything else. But the goal with this video is to show you my favorite shortcuts. Command-Shift period for greater than or bigger type. Command-Shift comma for less than or smaller type. And on Windows, Control-Shift period for greater than for bigger type. Control-Shift comma for less than smaller type are ones I use every single day.